Welcome everybody to a very hot Azerbaijan Grand Prix show. Yes, this is Goss. Woo! And since now Effie is now back with us permanently, she better be.
We hope so.
We hope so.
Yes.
We decided that we were just going to make the show just family, or however you say it in Azerbaijan. I think they speak Russian there. I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, but before we get into all the action, and there was plenty of it because you know how Baku do, let's go into some news, which there was actually quite a fair bit given, well, it's been 2 weeks since the last Grand Prix. Well, where do we start?
I'll start with Lewis Hamilton finally getting his honorary Brazilian citizenship. Real recognizes real.
That's nice. I feel like the Brazilians always thought that he was the second coming of Senna, so I think it was about time. It was inevitable. Yeah. Even maybe without the 8 championships, it was inevitable. But we are happy for him, and we hope we get to see him on Carnival on a float. That's all we care about. Him on a float.
Oh, that would be amazing. He will do very well. And maybe he might release his new album there.
No. Anyway.
Maybe someone can give him a massage on one of the floats.
That would be weird.
Hopefully the float will be smooth, considering everything, like the route and everything like that, and then it would actually be like proportioned and like manufactured well to prevent from any bump in this, the suspension, poor Bessie, cough, Toto. Anyway, we'll get into that in a moment. Not so great news. People are coming after our girl, Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Now listen here. Before we get into the reason why, I just want to say this. In this house, we stand Naomi. How do I say her last name, Schlick? I'm so bad at the last name. Yes, we stand her. We stand Naomi. She is a badass. She's an icon. She's the whole thing. She's the whole deal. We don't give a shit about if you think not otherwise. She is amazing. So please. But anyway. Also, stop making your personality about trolling someone when they get good things. I'm just saying. But anyway, what happened? Effie.
Well, I don't have the recap of what actually happened, but I have a comment about it. So first, let's get the recap, and then you guys can hear my comment.
Tell them how the recap.
Right. So, in summary, from what I understand, Sky Sports announced Naomi Schiffer as one of their new commentators during the broadcast, and people lost their because they're like, oh, she doesn't have any Formula One experience at all, or she doesn't have any driving experience at all. As if anyone else does.
I mean, if that's the case, we might as well announce that this will be our last show. Pit crew, this is going to be our last show.
Thank you for watching.
So, thank you so much. God bless you. We had a great time.
Yes.
Bye.
Half of the people as commentators on Sky Sports actually have racing experience.
Also. Naomi has racing experience. She was in the W Series.
Exactly. She was in the W Series.
And a good racer is that.
And she is much more talented. Sorry, go
on. I would just like to say that to the people who are trolling her, we are sorry that no one cares about your opinion or your commentary on F1. If you would like to do something, sustainable, or maybe put a positive spin on things in your life, because if you are trolling someone for being successful, you probably suck, you're probably sad, maybe start your own podcast and comments. Maybe like, we don't have much experience. We've been watching F1 combined or all together like on average for a good 10 years. All
10,
of us
13,
together?
yeah.
Like 10, 13 years.
Yeah.
But have we driving on the roads of Ghana is like racing, but it's not the same. So
Well, that
I
gives
would
a
just like to
credential.
say, I would just like to say that if you guys really want to spread your opinion on F1, do something productive and start a podcast. Why why go troll her?
Also,
She has
can
more money
we
than you
also
anyways.
can we stop calling them trolls? Because this
What do we
isn't
call them?
because this isn't about trolling, right? They're not like, oh, she's so bad. They're blatant fucking racists with nothing better to do
Yeah.
with their lives other than to be prejudicial and sexist.
We love Salam.
And that's why Selim is on our show. Thank you, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen. That
Yeah.
right there. Honestly,
There it is. And it's like, at the same time, Naomi Schiff adds so much to the commentary.
Yeah.
When she comes in, it is a breath of fresh air to watch her.
Exactly.
Like, so,
And-
and
yeah,
she's
like,
made
also-
watching Sky Sports' commentary honestly way more enjoyable. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't really
Yeah.
appreciate it. I mean, aside from maybe like Natalie Pickham, I really don't care for anyone else that commentates. Maybe Jensen Button,
oh,
but he's
David
not.
Cross,
Everyone
I
else.
think Paul
Yeah.
DeResta is good. I think what's
good,
important to
actually.
keep in mind is that diversity is more important than just having one type of driver and one race there commentating. So like, Naomi Schiffer, Natalie Pinkman, I just said his name. Paul DeResta,
Oh, the rest of-
Jensen Button, like
Yeah.
having world champions, W Series drivers, and like all these people make it more interesting.
Even
So why
Susie
not?
Wolf has commented a couple of times too. Like we've had
As
Susie
well as
Wolf on
Danica.
as well.
And so is
But
Danica.
and Danica, we had Danica Patrick on. We had Danica Patrick on. But like I think like our main thing that we need to remember is, although diversity is a great, amazing, and awesome thing, there are. I don't want to hear this race as one BS anymore, because we only use it when it comes to certain things. When people are trying, look, we all love F1, but we can all admit that there are some ethical issues to it. So we can't always defend F1. There are some times where we, like, not always, but we cannot just say, no, we race as one. No, you people are not acting like we race as one. So I don't want to hear you people say that we're racing as one. At this point, we're racing as many. We're factions. I don't want to hear.
Anyway, period. We stand Naomi. Everyone go away. And you know what? It's the year of our Beyonce 2022. Please stop being racist. Thanks. We are moving on. Also, speaking of Sky Sports commentators, he's not going to see a truck anytime soon. Let's talk about our favorite one-time F1 champion, Nico Rosberg, shall we? Another one has bitten the dust thanks to vaccine requirements. He will not be permitted to join any race anytime soon until he gets the shot or the jab. And it seems like he's been getting by with it because
Is he seriously not vaccinated?
Yeah, apparently his doctor has signed off saying that he's just recovered from COVID. And in some countries, that's all you need. Like I know Croatia, if you only need like a certificate of recovery, a vaccine or something
Europe doesn't require a vaccination to apply for a visa anymore, does it?
I don't think so. It depends also what citizenship you are a part of. Because I don't know. But like I know the testing requirement is done for Europe, for most parts of Europe, countries of Europe. But I guess that's how he's been able to like skirt by with having his doctor sign off saying that, oh, he's recovered, he's somewhat immune, but not anymore.
I still don't get people who just refuse to vaccinate. Nico Rosberg, you are not 60 years old. You will not die.
Listen. Listen, with vaccinations, it's your choice. Hashtag your body, your choice. Just don't be annoying about it. Like leave all of us alone. Like when it comes to it, he doesn't want to vaccinate. He has to pay the repercussions of it. Listen, he's happy on his
and
yachts.
that's the problem.
He's happy on his yachts. So he really should not be. I don't want to hear anyone complaining about the fact that Nico Rosberg is not talking in any of the F1 except for Monaco. Like, we literally don't care. He doesn't bring much to the conversation first. First of all, he does not bring much to the conversation. He just speaks, and it's fine. Talk your talk and walk your walk and vaccinate you're vaccinated. But we don't want to hear anything about anything. Literally, like, Nico, get vaccinated if you want. Join F1, join Sky Sports. Don't do what you want. But listen, you don't want to vaccinate. That's your life. To the white boys who want to complain about it, that's also your life. We are not listening though. Thank you.
And they still made what is it? They made some concessions with Nico Rosberg. He is allowed to join via Zoom. That's what he did for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix.
Oh, Zoom. Thank the Lord for technology so that he can still join in.
And Sky Sports, we are vaccinated.
We are.
We are.
All four.
We are
all four of us are vaccinated.
I mean,
So
two of mine are Chinese. But that's fine.
We can get the booster. You can get a booster.
No, I have a third BioNTech. I'll be fine.
Okay.
We're vaccinated.
Great. So
We're
yeah, and I got like I got the you see, anyway, it doesn't matter. All four of us are vaccinated. So replace him with us. The end. Finished. That's all.
4 people.
You see, and you can add more to your diversity too. What more? You can have 4 beautiful black ladies.
We promise.
And a Turkish dude.
Wait, you said
Naomi.
4. Oh.
Because Naomi, I counted Naomi.
He's
Oh,
moved
okay.
before.
Yeah, confusing.
You can have like 4.
And you can have 1 white guy. See, I can. And yeah, there we go.
Diversity.
He evens it out.
Diversity.
He
Yeah.
evens it out.
Mhm.
Very much.
Anyway, so
Do we have one more piece of news?
Oh, we
No,
promise.
I think
We
we're-
promise Affy will behave. No, we can't promise that. I'm sorry.
we can't promise that.
No, we
We're-
can't.
mm-mm.
I
Sorry.
don't have a piece of news. I have a rumor though, so it's not technically news. It's just gossip, but that is what we do.
Okay. Okay.
And this was a
Fox News
tasty
type
tidbit. This is a tasty tidbit from Twitter that I heard that the Canadian Grand Prix, which is next week, might be a certain Canadian's last race. Take a guess
No.
who it is.
Wait.
Not my husband.
Wait, which one though? No, which one? No. Because there are rumors of Oscar Piastri replacing Nicolas Latifi. However,
That's what I
Okay.
it's not for Silverstone.
Oh.
Because I think the rumor you're talking about is when he posted on his story a picture of Silverstone and said soon. That was just the Alpine test. However, I do genuinely believe because Williams wants that Renault engine for cheap, they will put Oscar Piastri in that Williams seat for next year. I just don't see it happening this year.
Latifi's ass
Um,
out of there.
Does Latifi ride a bike? No. I'm not trying to be
Where's
mean.
this
Can
going?
Alex Albon and Latifi ride a bike?
Together?
I'm
You know, I'm pretty sure they can, right? So
Yes.
if Williams wants something for cheap, they should just buy some bikes.
Wow.
And
What bikes?
at least they're racing.
George
still.
Russell would put that bike in the points.
He would put that bike in the point. He would put that bike in the points. That is Russell for you. Honestly,
I
I
said,
was really hoping that rumor was going to be true. Let Latifi go at his home Grand
Did you
Grand
guys
Prix.
hear what Lawrence Stroll said about Lance?
What did he say?
What did he say?
no. What did my father-in-law say?
Okay, so background. He might not be your father-in-law for long. So background, people.
What?
Lawrence Stroll bought Aston Martin, the car company, so that he could bring it into Formula One. So Lawrence Stroll owns Aston Martin. The car
Altogether,
company.
not just
Nope.
Formula.
No, the car company.
Everything.
He bought Aston Martin. Keep that in mind. And then he brought it into Formula One. And Lance Stroll has a seat.
I'm so proud of my father-in-law.
Lawrence Stroll said that if he was to replace Lance, he could get Pierre Gasly in the team.
Oh. You know, sometimes father-in-laws need to make some difficult decisions, and if that's what he needs to do.
You're so dumb. Why? No, he would really prepare his son. But like, no, but why would he?
No, but it makes sense. I would pull out my son if that's what he was doing.
Why would you?
Oh God! Oh God!
Alpha Toure to go and drive Aston Martin and be sacked like shit.
He's got a point. Why would you leave Alpha Tauri?
I said, close the door. I said, close your door. Why did you invite him?
I didn't invite him. He just came in here.
Anyway, moving on. Thank you so much to the voice of God for being on the show. Let's move on to this Grand Prix, shall we? Oh gosh, I'm actually crying. I'm laughing so hard. So Azerbaijan, Baku really delivered when it came to the craziness. Let's start with the qualifying, shall we? It was Charles Leclerc on pole, Sergio Perez second, and Max Verstappen coming in on third, which honestly looked like was going to be second for a hot second, but Perez actually pipped into it, so I'm pretty impressed.
Perez is wonderful. I love that man.
Who was not wonderful during qualifying? Your father-in-law's team, Aston Martin. The way that they kept on, they could not make that turn. It was a turn two. They could not make it. They could not make it.
But the thing is, but listen. Some turns have been created for different teams and their cars. And
all right, everyone, get the tinfoil hats. Get the tinfoil hats.
Yeah, there we go.
What are you saying?
I'm pretty sure Red Bull was the one who designed the track in the first place.
Yep.
So that's why Aston Martin, Mercedes, Ferrari, Williams, Alfa Romeo,
and that's
all
why
of the teams but Red Bull.
I'm coming to mute you.
And then that's why, because Azerbaijan was a part of the USSR, that's why Haas did good this weekend, because the Russian oligarchs helped design the track for Haas 6 years ago.
That makes a lot of sense. Salam's really smart.
Afi, you can go on hiatus again permanently.
Okay, bye.
Time to go on hiatus, Afi.
And she has temporarily, hopefully.
To be fair.
Next, that was all I had for qualifying, basically. Next was the race, which wow. First was Max Verstappen. Second came Sergio Perez, and third was George Russell. Actually, and I will mention that fourth was also Lewis Hamilton. So it was a 3-4 1-2. It was amazing.
Lewis, top 5.
You're going to need the bleep button for me for a moment. Ferrari are full of shit. I mean, and they're absolutely doing jack all with their car. I mean, they are fucking up their own championship in real time.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of, and I messed up all of, and I'm sorry, I went very, very quickly. It's amazing to see a team literally implode, literally and figuratively, right before our eyes. What was that nonsense?
What's funny?
What's funny? Make us laugh.
So, like Matteo Benetton a few days later said, like the next day, Matteo Benetton, team principal, he said, I much rather fix a fast car. And I'm just like, okay, you've been doing that for the past, what is it? 5
What?
years or so. Like, and it's just like
What fast car?
like,
It's fast, Effie.
it
It's
is a
fast.
fast car.
No,
It's
no,
fast
no,
car.
no, 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 no. I want you people to listen and listen to me properly. Now, I'm not going to be on my tinfoil shit, okay? Listen,
Yes.
Ben, no more Benetton. His name is Ben. He is an engineer. He came into Ferrari as an engineer. He is not meant to be a team principal. He is a brilliant engineer. And we have seen that for the past 6 races, that their car is fast, but their car is not reliable, right? He should go back and be an engineer because he's brilliant. He's really good. But I don't want to hear the nonsense of, oh, like, honestly, the car is just fast, to be completely honest. At the beginning of the season, we were saying that Red Bull is not reliable. But look at what they're doing now.
Yes.
But-
Look at what they're
I think
doing
Christian
now.
Horner said something very similar as well too. He said something like, "I'd rather fix a fast car than and have it conk out a few times than have a reliable car, but it'd be
No,
slow."
but this is the other thing. Ferrari has had too many power unit issues and we're not even at summer break yet. What? I'm not impressed whatsoever with Ferrari at all. First
But
of
we
all,
have,
you made your car look like a She-Hulk. And now you want to come and just, oh, sorry, not She-Hulk. We like She-Hulk. Hulk. You made your car look like a whole ass bodybuilder. And now you want to come and, I'm so disappointed with, we were having this conversation before, we were having this conversation before we started. Like, I'm disappointed with actual car manufacturing companies being beaten by a drink company.
Energy drink.
And sorry, it's like battery acid to me. But like, I'm really annoyed at the moment, especially Mercedes, because Mercedes is a car company that is known for their innovation in the automobile game.
Automobile.
So I don't understand.
Automobile industry.
If I don't come over to China, so I'm very frustrated with
Don't
everything right now.
You better be careful because she's actually not too far away from you. Just a day and she's there, Selim.
I beg, please come. Everyone else is leaving.
You have to sit in quarantine for 3.5 years, though. That's the problem.
Too soon.
2.5 weeks.
Too soon.
Sorry. Anyway, no, I agree. I think I'm more disappointed though in Ferrari than I am honestly in Mercedes though. If we're going to play we're more disappointed in game because Ferrari has been in Formula One since its inception. It knows how to produce fast and good cars. And so they know the game and everything like that. Mercedes had a little bit of a gap and then they came back. I think it was because of World War II. I don't know. Anyway, but you know, it too soon. Anyway, but like, you know, that was like 80 something years ago. Anyway,
Save your World War II jokes for Volkswagen.
That's true. Volkswagen is there. And they're coming, so I'm looking forward to those. Anyway, but no, I think I am more disappointed, especially since Ferrari came out of the gate really strong this year with a very like fast car and things like that. You know, like I don't know if this is like, I don't know what it is about them. I think it just seems like,
but it's not.
They just decided that they want to either have a bad strategy. They just had like that day they want to have a bad strategy or a car wants to ruin itself. I don't know.
It's not unusual for teams that have started off really strong to flatline a little bit throughout the season. But power units even before summer break, issues before summer break.
I think they're gonna hit the penalty before the summer break if they're not careful. If it keeps going.
Yeah.
Most likely before like France, maybe. The thing is that there's flatlining, and then there's a full-blown full-blown spiral like Ferrari. They're falling. And
it's not
like,
flatline. It's below the line.
So
they're
in the underworld. The end.
They died.
And it's like
They're past death.
the thing is that it's sad because it's like we know that Ferrari can rely on Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc, but we know that Ferrari can rely on them because we've seen them deliver. Carlos Sainz is consistent. Charles Leclerc, when he's on it, he's on it. But the thing is that can both guys rely on Ferrari? And right now it's just looking like it's a no, because how is your engine exploding right now? This is the second time that this has happened to Charles Leclerc. And it's just sad.
Do you mean Chuck Leclerc?
I would also appreciate. Oh damn! Why you gotta be like that? Damn son. I would also just like to say that this is no fault of the drivers.
No,
this is
not at
all
all.
the team. And I was the what's it called? During the race, didn't they use duct tape on AlphaTauri's wing?
Okay, yeah.
So look, and where did AlphaTauri place?
Oh, great question.
Higher than Ferrari, that's for sure.
You see, here's the thing. If someone is putting duct tape on their car and they're placing higher than you, be ashamed.
Buy some duct tape.
Ben,
Buy some duct tape.
buy some duct tape.
Actually, I'm gonna check where like Tsunoda ended up, because he did badly, 13th. So basically, everyone who you expect to be behind him was behind him.
Well, actually,
where's Danny?
Tsunoda was having
Daniel Ricciardo was a sad case. So, and I wanted to talk about that real quickly. So he ended up at 8th, and he was overtaken actually twice over by by Hamilton, who was storming through. I mean, you can't help it. But I think it was also passed by Gasly. There wasn't much. I don't know. I felt like something like the spark that I usually get from him kind of like died a little bit. Like it just wasn't fighting. And I'm like, that's very strange.
No, but it's better than usual.
Is it better than usual?
Eighth, my guy. At least he's not in the team.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he ended up 8th, but that's partially because he ended up 10th if it wasn't because of the Ferraris deciding that they did not want to compete in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
That's true, but I think Daniel, like if any driver is leaving this year, it's Danny.
But he won't. He has a contract till 2023. Which he shouldn't.
Can't you just burn those?
He can, but I think he faces a penalty and things like that. I don't know how the contract is laid out. But
no, it's not even him.
He should not.
Though it's his boss.
Oh, they might. They might.
Yeah.
He might cancel it. I don't know.
But I don't know who he'll be replaced with.
There's a few guys in IndyCar that are itching to get.
That guy.
There's Pato O'Ward, who said that he wants to see Colton Herta. I think he alluded to wanting to be in F1. They want the seat. They were at the Miami Grand Prix. They were taking notes while Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo were wearing some very lovely crop tops. And no, but the thing is that with McLaren, they were fighting. Like Daniel Ricciardo, he was fighting all right, fighting Lando Norris. Like the battle that went on between those two, it kind of got ugly. Like it was heated, like seeing them compete with each other. And
this is what I mean by younger drivers don't respect their elders. You who are you?
Thank you.
You've been in the sports for so little time, and you're coming to fight someone who's been in the sport for longer than you.
Also. Andreas Seidel said,
joke,
and it might not have been Andreas Seidel, but it was someone from McLaren said, no driver has ever improved when they're criticized publicly.
Yeah.
Which I agree with.
Zach Brown should have never said that. He should have never said that.
Exactly.
It was such a misstep. The fact
what?
Zach Brown said that he was not inspired or he was not happy with Daniel Ricciardo's performance before the Monaco Grand Prix. And I'm
Zach
like,
should drive.
He exactly should drive. I mean, like that's so terrible to say, especially since this is the guy that brought in your last win too last year. So like, mate, calm down. Like,
and can I also just say that some of McLaren's strategy has actually messed up Danny's game, to be completely honest. A lot of McLaren's strategy has put Lando Norris like ahead of Danny, to be completely honest. And I know that, you know, there is, you know, the number 1 and number 2 driver in every single team, but God, like we saw the division in Mercedes when Bottas was still inside. So why would you want to repeat it in your team? And you saw the issues that caused. I don't know. Some things just don't make sense. And also Mercedes needs to bring back their old strategist, because she was amazing. Okay.
He's back.
He's back.
Oh, she is back?
Yeah, she's back.
I missed her. That's why we got a 3 and 4. That's why.
So does Mercedes and their fans. We missed her dearly.
Anyway.
I want to say really quickly, we put out a poll on Twitter, and shout out to the 13 people who responded to us. 67% said that they wanted to be in McLaren's debrief room at a post Azerbaijan Grand Prix. 20% said they wanted to be in Ferraris. 10% said they wanted to be Mercedes.
I wanted to be in Red Bulls.
Why Red Bull?
Like,
they used team orders. They blatantly used team orders.
So that was team orders then, to let Verstappen by. Because I was like, first I went in my notes, I was like, okay, they're fucking over Perez again, per usual. Then I was like, and then the commentators are like, oh, no race orders, blah, blah, blah. And then like Perez just let him through. And I'm like, Perez wasn't really defending much. I don't know why he wasn't feeling that way. That was team orders.
It was team orders. And then they also said no fighting afterwards.
Yeah, they said no fighting.
Fucking Red Bull.
It's a spider on my table.
Sorry
about that.
It's probably the strategist from Red Bull. Perez.
Okay, so apparently it was just no fighting from the engineers.
The Red Bull one. No, okay, it was just no fighting, right? Why wouldn't they not be allowed to fight? Baku's like the best place to fight.
And
Baku
it is the best.
Such a good track.
It's a great track.
What a terrible order. And Perez knowing, and I think that was coded for Perez, don't try shit.
Yeah.
No, but also, although we all hate it, that Perez, you know, team orders, no fighting, blah, blah, blah. Although we all hate it, I understand why. Because Verstappen, and I believe in points, Verstappen, like, they're trying to create a gap between everyone and Verstappen. So it makes sense as to why they would want Verstappen to be first. So, like,
but
no, it does. It makes sense regardless of whether Perez or Verstappen won, Red Bull would still get points, right? Like they will still get the same amount of points, but it's the drivers' championship that they are also thinking about.
Exactly, which is why I'm saying, why should Red Bull care about that? If they know they're going to get the exact same number of points for the constructors, and they know that both the drivers are going to get some hefty, nice points, why would they care if one driver gets more points over the other? And that's not fair.
Because it's not. But it makes sense because they're trying to create a gap between that one driver and everyone else.
Which I think is bullshit. Red Bull needs it's Fishika and I are agreeing with each other, but with something like
yeah.
I think something else I need to think about here is that I'm sure they're also thinking back to 2017 when one Red Bull driver rear-ended another Red Bull driver, and both of them were taken out of a race. So maybe they're trying to prevent that type of issue with a fighting.
Well, I feel like it's just going to happen again because Paris is going to just get pissed off and then fight, and then all of a sudden, shit hits the fan, and then they both get themselves taken out. And that's not exactly the sort of scenario you don't want to cause. If it were me and if it was this early in the championship, I'd let them go for it. In reason. Like, I'll tell them fight, but be careful. Like, don't do anything stupid. Of course,
I personally wouldn't.
Stupid,
damn.
Sorry. That was really mean. I just feel like, I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like Paris would have the wisdom, and I think Verstappen would have the wisdom to move out of their way if they know that by force the person's coming through. And I think that might have been what Paris had done. But I also know that Paris knows that he doesn't have a multi-year contract like Verstappen does. So he needs to stay in the good graces of them. So I'm annoyed. Anyway, we should probably do final thoughts if we can find Selim again. Selim, where'd you go? We miss you so.
This is my waiting for Selim music.
Well, he can't see you, but we can hear you.
Yes.
No worries.
Okay.
Should we just go into final thoughts anyway?
No, let's wait for Selim. I would just like to talk to you guys about what's been happening in my life lately.
Okay, Essay, please do your final thoughts. Essay. Oh, there we go.
Welcome back.
Essay.
I don't know where to start with Azerbaijan. The race was a mess. It really was messy. Like you got Ferrari and the whole Tifosi in a corner crying because their power units have malfunctioned. McLaren is fighting, and I'm sure that our McLaren SB team in IndyCar is thinking, keep going. We want your seat. So it's like we're sitting there thinking, and then McLaren and then Mercedes, they're just bouncing around and they haven't figured out that issue. And then there's Red Bull, and they also might have some issues too. It's hard to look. One thing that I do think that I wish we had more time to talk about the porpoising issue, because now it's getting to a point where a lot of drivers are concerned about it. Daniel Ricciardo has said something. Kevin Magnussen has said something. I believe Yuki Tsunoda said no, not Yuki Tsunoda. It's either Yuki Tsunoda or Pierre Gasly. I forgot which one. But a lot of people have been saying something. George Russell, he's been vocal about it because he said in an interview that this could lead to a serious problem and a serious accident. So it's like, it's just scary right now because it's like look, I'm not a race car driver. The closest I'm ever going to get to that is just driving, but it should be taken seriously. Mm-hmm. Like, it should be taken very seriously. Aside from that, Canada is going to be fun because, maybe we'll have a much more boring race with that, because Azerbaijan, I'm just confused. Maybe I need to go sit somewhere and think about it. A lot happened. A lot really did.
I'm going to go next after Say because I want to say something to that porpoising deal. I think I actually definitely do agree with this, but I know one reason why, which was because the voice of God actually spoke to me and he's explained this whole situation to me. And that was that the track for Baku is a lot faster than most of the other tracks. So a lot of other teams are now starting to experience the exact same thing. So I feel like it might actually be maybe not necessarily down. It might be the design of the formula of the car might also have to be looked at a little bit as well. But some teams aren't experiencing that So it's kind of curious to see what they've done to circumvent that, or they may not be loudly saying something about it, but or not. And I'll let Asay go, Afishika go after me. But aside from that, Baku was, you've done it again. You're insane. I love you. But you are a track that works out very well. So thank you so much, Baku, for all the mess. And I can't wait to see you. We are flirting. I am flirting with Baku a little bit. I see you, Boo. I got you, Boo. But yeah, no, like, thank you so much. This was a great race. And I'm so glad that you're on the calendar and that you've learned to be a fun track that is safe and has runoffs. I'm like, so. Jeddah. Anyway, Afi, your turn.
I don't know what you're on about, but Jeddah, y'all need to find the love, find the goodness in the mess, And Jeddah.
No.
Okay. It's a shame that we didn't really go into like what porpoising is, because the voice of God also spoke to me, and actually I could relate it to my physics class, but like basically the rundown is speed is proportional to the way waves move, so it's proportional to the frequency of a wave, so because the car is moving too fast, it increases the frequency of the way the car is moving and the way it moves. This is why I didn't take physics. This is why I didn't take physics. But that's basically like the science of it. So if the car bounces a little bit too much, then it can be like it could lead to an awful accident, because the driver can lose control. They're not used to the way it's bouncing. But I think that's currently my main concern with F1, because for a sport that's all about safety, fix that. But again, Azerbaijan will always be like my top 3 track. It is wonderful. I love that city. I love Baku. I love that track. I'm happy to see Danny in top 10, even though it was, the Ferraris dying, overdosing on their steroids. And it's a shame. It is a shame for Ferrari. But if not this season, if not after summer break, next season, I'm expecting a lot more from teams that actually make cars, because this Red Bull nonsense needs to stop. But again, congrats to Perez, congrats to Max, congrats to Christian. And I'm happy.
Ferrari.
What?
Yeah.
My days, it was my turn to speak.
Okay. We talk about Ferrari. Ferrari, in my opinion, and this is a very humble opinion, Ferrari has a complete fearful crop of drivers, and they are so much fearful. And then the entire Ferrari outfit is challenging to describe. And then their strategists are completely out of this world. And
I said, I told you to close your door. I told you to.
So at the end of the day, what you see about Ferrari right now, this year, it's consistent about what has happened to them in 2017 and 2018, when they had the fastest vehicle and they couldn't win because, they were all over the place and that stuff, that type of thing. Once a culture permeates, it's very difficult to get away from. And Ferrari culture is, their drivers are wusses.
Voice of God.
Cheers, guys.
Tell him, please take us home.
Huh?
I said sell them, not you. Love you, Dad.
Ferrari. Touch grass. Okay? Because seriously, get your together. Well, no, because the thing is, we've been saying the same thing for years. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Terrible strategy, terrible durability. You can have the best engine in the world. It really doesn't matter. So, touch grass, pull yourself together. Otherwise, I'd like to congratulate Mercedes on their 2024 lineup of Charles Leclerc and George Russell.
Oh!
That
was not going the way I wanted it to go. But okay.
They're gonna lose their drivers if Ferrari continues to take talented drivers and ruin their careers. No one's gonna want to go to Ferrari.
That's true. No matter how much pedigree is, it won't. Well, guys, that was a great show, wasn't it? I mean, we had the voice of God making an appearance and aligning with Selim. So basically, Selim is Archangel Gabriel, or Michael, however you'd like to call it for whatever you believe. Guys, thank you all so much.
Wait 1 second. Appy, do you want to finish your final thought?
Did you lose your train of thought?
No, because he's going to yell at me again if I start talking. And then he'll say that, Appy, can you shut up?
Anyway, so we'll just end right here. Afishika will tell you your final thoughts later. Guys, please like this show if you really enjoyed it. Please comment on it. Let us know what you think about it. And most importantly, please subscribe. We need subscribers. And we also like to see that, people who may like us.
Hey, Sky.
Oh.
Boxboxgoss@gmail.com.
Boxboxgoss@gmail.com. Sky in particular, please.
I would also...
Please. We will be better than
just like to mention that if you guys are new to the show, my name is Afi. I would also just like to mention that if you guys ever would like to join the show, be one of our guests and come and chit chat with us, you're always welcome. You guys can contact us on Twitter. I believe, right? Twitter has direct message, no?
Yeah, Twitter and Instagram.
Elon Musk is doing something with it. Yeah, you can talk to us on Twitter, on Instagram, and if you want, you can email us if you're super, super formal. We're always down to chat. We're always down to have you
on the show.
It was a good show. It was nice. Yeah. It was nice. Oh, yes, on the show. Where else? And it's been lovely to be back. I'm happy to be back. It's great.
Yay! Yeah. All right, so we will see you guys in a week for the Canadian Grand Prix. It's gonna be great. Take care, Pit Crew. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.